Hello everyone, and welcome to Victoria's Cantina. Today we're having a look at the Hasbro Star Wars Saga Legends number 16 Plo Koon, based on his appearance in the Clone Wars. Packaging follows the same format we have seen with previous entries into this assortment. And on the back we get a nice look at Clone Wars Plo Koon in action with his squadron of clone troopers. Alright y'all, so here is Clone Wars Plo Koon. Now of course this is a realistic take on the animated Clone Wars character. Similar to what we got with the Jedi Temple Guard. And I do think it's a pretty nice effort. The sculpt, on the whole looks quite nice. Definitely nicely proportioned, nice head sculpt. Paintwork on him is actually pretty nice too. I like the shades of coloring they used, like for the darker browns that he has, and then the lighter, more mahogany type arms and legs and boots. He also has some pretty nice designs there on his clone gauntlets, which are pretty cool looking. And he comes with one accessory, the obligatory lightsaber, of course. Here's a close-up of Master Plo's head. Pretty nicely done. It looks to be more or less the same color. I think that it looks a little bit shaded because of the way that it's sculpted, which is definitely a plus. But, it's not to say a little bit more shading would make it look better, because it probably would. The goggles there seem to get a little bit lost. I think they could have stood to have made those a little bit darker in color, because they seem like they almost blend into the rest of his flesh tone, which isn't really a good thing. But, all in all, it's not too bad. The sculpt work on him is definitely nice. The mask, looks very, very nicely done. His outfit is nicely textured, just as we've seen with many figures in the Saga Legends lineup. And again, I really like the coloring that they used on him. He's got his hood that's kind of just thrown back. Very, very cool. I quite like the way that this guy turned out. In the way of articulation, Plo Koon has a swivel at the head, and I do find it to be very loose on my figure for some reason. He has swivels at the shoulders, and then he has, of course, the swivels there at the thighs. They don't really go back, given the way that this is done, but, they go forward pretty nicely, and, both of the legs are sculpted into the bottom part of his robes, just like what we saw with the Jedi Temple Guard and Darth Sidious. And Master Plo has his blue lightsaber, and it actually looks like they gave him the correct lightsaber hilt, which doesn't always happen with Jedi figures, but luckily they got it right this time. The shade of blue on the blade is, very light blue, like with what we've seen with a lot of Saga Legends and Mission series figures. It actually looks like there's maybe a little bit of silver paint or something on the blade. All in all, pretty nice lightsaber. Alright, ladies and gentlemen, so there you have it. This is the Hasbro Star Wars Saga Legends number 16, Jedi Master Plo Koon, based on his appearance in the Clone Wars. All in all, very nicely sculpted figure. The paint, for the most part, is very nice. I think they did a really good job on the paint for his costume, but for the head, that could be tweaked just a little bit. It's a nice shade of orange, to be sure, but the goggles and the face mask seem to get a little bit lost in the head. If they would have given him a little bit of a darker color, I think it would have turned out a little bit nicer. But, you still get some pretty nice little details on there, like the little claw covers that he has on his fingers. And the lightsaber is also quite nice. If you're a fan of the Saga Legends format, and you like Jedi figures, and you like the Clone Wars, then, you're probably going to want to have this guy in your collection. I think he's a pretty nice piece, but, he's definitely not essential, especially if you have some of the previous Plo Koon figures. Thanks for watching Victoria's Cantina. Until next time, bye-bye.